Now, this comes as activist Okiya Omtatah has moved to court seeking to block the IEBC from declaring Uhuru Kenyatta president-elect following the withdrawal of Raila Odinga from the repeat presidential election. Omtatah argues that the failure to hold an election will require the formation of a caretaker government until fresh elections are held. He moved to the High Court as the Supreme Court heard an application by the IEBC chairman, Wafula Chebukati, seeking clarification on his role in election results transmission.
Under a certificate of urgency seeking to have the IEBC barred from declaring Uhuru Kenyatta president-elect, Okiya Omtatah wants President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto ordered to vacate office from the 1st of November on grounds that their incumbency would have come to an end. In his interpretation of the law, he argues that the failure to hold an election will require the formation of a caretaker government which should be presided over by the Chief Justice and not the Speaker of the National Assembly. Omtatah also argues that the law is not clear on the consequences of the NASA withdrawal and wants the court to give direction. At the Supreme Court, a 5-judge bench had an application by IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati seeking clarification on how to handle discrepancies in results transmission forms 34A and 34B. Chebukati, the national returning officer through his lawyers, argues that the Supreme Court's ruling in the presidential election petition indicated that he declared results without verification, contrary to the Court of Appeal's ruling in a case by Maina Kiai, which stated that the election results collated at the constituency level are final.
If the tallies in Form 34B do not match the actual results contained in Form 34A, either owing to arithmetical errors that were committed or wrong entries that were put in the Form 34B, if those numbers do not match, can the chairman be expected to announce the figures contained in Form 34B, despite knowing that those tallies or those numbers are not correct because the Form 34A contained a different number?
Bear in mind the greatest public good. Is your clarification going to promote the highest public good?
The Attorney General and Uhuru Kenyatta, through their lawyers, are supporting the application, arguing it will clear the air on the role of the IEBC chairman.
There is some ambiguity. We see no reason why this court that has cloaked in jurisdiction should not exercise that jurisdiction to clarify on that issue.
NASA, Third Way Alliance presidential candidate Uhuru Kenyatta and the Law Society of Kenya are opposing the application, arguing that the Court of Appeal already pronounced itself on the issue and the Supreme Court cannot reopen the matter after its September presidential election petition ruling.
That this matter belongs to the Court of Appeal. The questions the Supreme Court is being invited to consider are questions which were considered by that court.
We are not here on an advisory opinion, which this court has jurisdiction on. We are not properly here on appeal unless it's appealed through the back door.
The Supreme Court will make a ruling on Chebukati's application on Tuesday next week. Rita Tinina, KTN News.